Welcome to the Blue Rooster podcast. We are back. It's been a while, but we've had some small life changes go on and such, so it's been a while. That's Andrew.
That's John.
And we're back for about the 11th episode. We apologize for the long hold off, but something happened in your life a little bit special, wouldn't you say?
We had a life in the family.
A little baby chick.
A youngin', yeah. I did.
Well, talk about it. What would you like to say about it? I mean...
What would I like to say about it?
Because I got questions I can rattle off, but I think you should just intro it as far as... How you're feeling. How's life different? You're a dad now.
Well, I could... It's been a long... It's a story, really, with me and my wife. I don't know how deep I want to get into it.
Understood.
But let's just, for a long story short, we have been trying to have a kid for at least 4 years. We had a miscarriage about 4 years ago, and then since then, no luck. And you know my past. I've lived it up.
Right.
I haven't had a kid, so I just thought,
wow,
I'm shooting my things are swimming backwards. That's what I'm thinking.
You're thinking that you get a little nervous, like, wow, they aren't lying when they say all that stuff.
Yeah. So, she was always what's the word I'm saying?
Responsible? Initiator?
She was taking it personally.
Like it's my fault.
Like it's her fault. Why us? Why can't we have a kid? Mm-hmm. When she felt that we would be great parents, and she would see other people in the world having kids that don't really deserve it or have 15 kids. Mm-hmm. So that's tough on a chick. Mm-hmm. They think differently than
I didn't know guys. 4 years.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
You know how to make them, right? Like, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I quit doing anal.
That's first things first when you Google, how do I have a baby? Like, make sure you're in the right hole.
So I had to go get tested to make sure my things were all right, which is weird. You got to jack off in a cup.
Nothing worse than going to a doctor for a test.
Yeah. So you basically just jack off into a cup, and it's weird because you're usually hiding it when you're jacking off.
It's a very shameful activity.
It is very shameful, and it's personal.
It's very. No one used to like to admit they do it. I wish I didn't, and I wish I could say I don't, but I mean, it's out there now,
So
that's weird. Everyone does that. Everyone does that, Even like an Amish dude. Say an Amish dude and his wife.
People that say that they don't are fucking liars. So even women, everybody, your dad, everybody, everybody does it.
So weird.
So anyway, I have to go do my deed in the cup, and I could hear Stacy walking around the house, and it's just
you got to do it at home at least.
Yeah,
this is a home field advantage.
No, they give you a cup, but then you have to rush it back to the.
Are you allowed to do it there? Like, do they
I
give
didn't
you that
ask.
option?
I don't know. It's so weird.
That'd be even worse. Weird. You'd walk out of that room and everyone's like, well, I know what you were doing. At least you got to be a home field advantage,
Yeah. My bad.
So you got it on ice? Or what?
No, you got to keep it warm. I kept it in between my legs on the ride back. But I forget. You have 45 minutes to get it back or something. I forget. But anyway, I forget what I was talking about. Oh, but my shit was good. My shit was good, and I was shocked. I was like, holy fuck. Now what?
And they could test it to tell if it's, good. Do they give you, it's
a
very
taste
good?
test.
Right. Well.
No, I think what they do is check, how many are in there.
Yeah. Do they tell you it was very good, or did they just say it's
They said it was good.
It's a pass or a
It
fail?
wasn't. I didn't get an A+. They just said it was good.
Fail. Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure. No, you know what? Because I talked to somebody else. This is another thing. Like, nobody wants to talk about this. Whenever people, this is what I've learned. I will never ask anybody again, like, so when are you having kids? It could be such an ignorant thing to say, which nobody realizes it.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime somebody would ask my wife and I,
or say something like, "You're next."
Yes.
Yeah.
And I knew how much it would bother her,
mm-hmm.
and I would have to sit there and like, why? I didn't understand why she wouldn't talk to anybody about it.
It's a good tip for the people out there. Don't ask that, because you never know.
Yeah, it's just not polite. I mean, and everybody's different too. Some people don't want kids. Mm-hmm. You know, it's people's choice, I guess. So I keep forgetting.
Well, you were good to go.
Oh yeah,
you passed.
I was
the
good
only
to go.
test you ever passed without cheating.
So she got tested next. That was the next step because it's more expensive, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we found out she had endometriosis, which I don't really know what that is, but it's very painful.
It's common too, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
I have no idea. That's the first time I've ever heard it. I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
That's it. You got it.
So that's what we found out. So the next step was getting that taken care of. Found an awesome doctor, took care of it, and then from there we were going to do the artificial insemination where they take my demon semen and inject it into her eggs. And that's the next step. That's the next cheapest thing. And then there's all kinds of steps after that. So we were going to do the steps all through till the best one. So as we were waiting, she had to wait for her next cycle. Mm-hmm. Then we were supposed to go in. Then we were going to do that. Just so happened that cycle never came. So there was like a 5% chance that she could get pregnant after that, which she did. So we never had to go through all that artificial.
That's like beating the buzzer right there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It is crazy.
And so you didn't have to spend you don't have to spend anything really.
Well, we had, I don't know how much we spent on them. Not menstrual. What do you call them sticks that you pee on?
Strips? Tell
you when you're on your like.
When you're fertile?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Those aren't cheap. We not nearly as much as we were going to have to.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. And yeah, with her age too, her insurance would only cover it until she was a certain age. And then she's right around the corner of that age. So everything worked out perfect.
Truly a miracle baby.
Miracle baby.
Crazy. Wow. That's major congratulations.
Thank you.
You've been hearing it, and you deserve the congratulations. As I've said many times before, no one would be a better papa. Oh. Except for someone responsible. But that's great. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad you had a boy, sort of. I think you deserve a boy. I don't know.
Yeah, the last Santemeyer. I'm no longer the last one.
You got to keep that going. So there's that.
And then on top of that, like the whole pregnancy, which I don't know. I'm sure everybody that's been through it, at least the first time, I don't know what it's like to have multiple kids. The worry of hoping that you have a healthy kid is so stressful. Mm-hmm. You think about it every
night.
Not even every night. It's every moment you realize that you are going to have a kid. You're like, oh shit, is this thing going to be healthy?
Is that the most butterfly stomach thing you ever had? Is that thought, or is it just more of a like?
It's probably just as nerve-wracking as anything else. I don't know if it's gonna top anything, but
but you like sort of get updates along the way, right?
No, we had one sonogram. We got one where they take a picture of your kid. That was another story. I'll tell this one because it's kind of weird. It was the day before I got married. We had to go get the sonogram. And that's when we were going to find the gender. as long as I can remember, since I knew that I was like could get someone pregnant whenever you're a kid, when you realize what sex is and stuff like that. I just always knew I would have a girl. I always knew it. Knew it. So we go. Remind me, this is a very emotional week. I'm getting married the next day. I'm finding out the gender of my kid, if it's healthy in there. Listen to the heartbeat. So we go to the doctor, and so Stacy, the nurse, is in there. It's just me, Stacy, and the nurse. The room's dim, light. She says, "All right, you need to get naked and get up on this thing." And Stacy starts getting undressed, and I got kind of turned on. It was kind of hot, you know.
This is for the sonogram?
Yeah, they got to get naked.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
put on a gown, I think, if I can remember. This is a couple months ago. So, you know, I'm thinking to myself, this is my last chance to have, or as close as I'm going to get to a threesome.
Technically a foursome.
Before I'm married. And that's the thing. Then I started thinking, shit, this kid's going to be in there for the next 6 months. So, yeah. But then they show you.
Was the nurse good looking?
No. Oh. It was just the whole concept. But yeah.
But I mean, at that point, do they tell you? Can they tell everything? Like, can they tell if it's got like a mental issue or anything at that point?
I don't know. I don't even remember when that checkup is. When you get your sonogram, I think it's maybe 3 months. I could be wrong.
But that was all good.
Yeah, everything's good.
And all right, now I'll get to some more of the like, just I don't know what kind of questions you'd call it, but more of like the practical questions, I guess. Not so much procedural. But, okay. Now, like, you feel like your life has changed a lot, right?
Yes.
Just in the blink of an eye, right? Like, literally on next second. Like, once that baby's out, you feel like do you feel like your life has more of a purpose now? Like, rather than
know what? This was something I was going to bring up. I don't think... I hope this doesn't make me seem like a bad parent, but that whole, like, overwhelming feeling I thought I was going to get, I didn't get.
As far as, like...
Just as far as everything, like that whole, oh my God, now I have a kid. I don't know if it's because I already had it, I already thought this through for the past 9 months. Like, I prepared myself for it. I mean, I don't know. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, weren't you just overjoyed? And it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I love the thing. I do, but it's not like I was swept off my feet.
Well, I've found that, like, a lot of people that I've talked to, like, new dads at least, like, right after it happens, they will say things like, you really won't understand it till it happens, or they're like, it's just really a crazy experience that you can't explain it, and like, it just matters so much more when you see a kid be born and it's yours. Like,
well, I mean,
like that.
You do look at things differently. I mean, I definitely think like, oh shit, like maybe I should really start eating healthier and exercising and stuff like that. But really, all I really think about is trying to keep it alive. You know, you go through all that time. Is this kid going to be healthy? Then it comes out perfect. I mean, the kid came out perfect. And now I just got to think, now I got to keep this thing alive. Yeah. That's my biggest concern every fucking day.
That's what's mind-blowing to me is like, that'd be the most nerve-wracking thing to me. Like, I'd be checking on it every couple minutes. Like,
well, Stacy wanted to go get hibachi the other day, and I said, no, you know, you catch on fire or something. You can't hibachi's out. You can't do it.
Oh, I throw this baby some shrimp. You can't be doing that. No.
You can't.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, as far as like, now how I said, how did you feel like your life has more of a purpose?
No. Like, to me personally, I don't know. I feel like, but you also got to think. I think a lot differently than most people.
True.
I don't look at life. I've been through enough shit in my life that, I know, I don't know. Bad shit happens. No matter how well I take care of myself, I could walk out, I could drive home tonight and get hit by a car.
Mm-hmm. Well, my question is more of like, because I feel like if I were to have a kid, I'd be like, wow, what an accomplishment. Or like, wow, life isn't just work and weekends anymore,
Yeah.
Like, it's like, this is a
life. What age group are you talking to that are telling you this?
Well, that's my thought, that just last one I had. But as far as like the fathers,
yeah,
it's probably like a little bit of older fathers.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if that came with time. Like, now that they think about it, looking back, they're like,
well, no, that was more of an initial like immediate reaction from a lot of guys. But
okay, well,
hey,
I'm different. I mean, you also, I hate to keep bringing this up on this podcast because I think I say it all the time, but I've slowed down. Me personally, I've slowed down dramatically. My life's changed just in the past 2 years where I've slowed down. I looked at life differently. But, yeah, I get it. Now I have this thing. Yeah, I did it. I'm a father.
First few days, like, wild, like, mind-wise, was your mind going wild the first couple of days? At least?
I'm pretty relaxed.
No? See, I think I'm more worked up about it than you, I think. I'm thinking about this Lennox guy all the time.
Well, you got to think, I married a great person. Mm-hmm. She's a strong person. She's got everything under control.
See, I'd be thinking out everything. Like, I'd be thinking out, like, man, all right, it's Christmas Eve. I'm going to take him in the thing, and he's going to hang out here. And then I'd be thinking, oh, what is he going to do on his first birthday? Like, I'd just be thinking so far ahead.
Still a year ahead. I live for the next day.
I know. Yeah, that's just me. That's definitely a different mindset between me and you, too, though. So I could see how we would think differently. But, I mean...
My biggest worry, honestly, was my dog.
Your dog?
My dog. Like, how was he going to react?
Yeah, like, he might, like,
attack him? Well, my dog's pretty jealous, so I didn't know if he was going to like him or not.
Huh.
And honestly, you can't even tell that the kid's there. The dog has not changed. He doesn't bother him. That hasn't eaten any of his toys, any of his binkies. It's great.
Yeah, he ain't that bright, though. No. Did you ask like them at the hospital like about the dog? Did you say like I have a dog?
No, I mean you read all this stuff beforehand. Like I took blankets home that we had. They call it swaddling.
Yeah.
Whenever you wrap a baby, it's called swaddling.
Like little baby Jesus.
Yeah. So I took some blankets home, let the dog sniff them out, and my cousin Kenny took very good care of my dog. He runs, so he took the dog running and wore him out, so that was very easy for us to come home to also.
Good job there, Kenny.
Yes.
Now, there are things that people like don't tell you about as far as like, is there a ton of paperwork with having a kid? And like,
you know what? It seemed like it. I mean, there's like birth certificate stuff and not like buying a house. It's nothing like that.
Right.
There's some paperwork. There might have been more. I didn't see too much of it. That Stacy might have had to fill out.
How about like you get the social security number like on the spot and stuff? How's
not
that work?
that I seen. Stacy, they might have gave it to her. I don't.
But you have one as soon as you're born, or you?
I don't think. Probably not. That probably got to go through some
you would just think that that's like creating a life would be a lot of paperwork. I would think.
Yeah. I never looked at it that way.
That's just my thought.
I mean, I'm sure it is somewhere.
But it wasn't.
It's probably not for us. They probably got.
Was there anything where you were like, oh, I never thought you'd have? Yeah, but you have to do that. This is a new person. Like nothing like that, really.
No, they kind of. What fascinates me is that you're only there for like 2 days.
2 days. It just seems like such a big deal to me. Like a new person. That you. I don't know.
People have been doing it for as long as the existence of man, so...
Yeah. Now, how about, like even this? Like, is there, like, a fee to have a kid? I mean, aside from
I
the
haven't got the
hospital
bill yet.
I mean, aside from the hospital bill, is there like a, like you said, with buying a house, there's so many bogus fees that aren't even really fees that they just
I don't know. I haven't seen any yet.
Okay. No,
and once again, insurance, it probably all comes in the form of medical bills. So if there is, you know how long those things take to get back to you.
And did you pick your hospital? Or you just have to go where
I think that's another thing. Not a lot of hospitals deliver babies. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. I thought every hospital did that. But they don't. Mm-hmm. So there's only 2 around our area that does that. One's in the city, right, and then there's this one.
Huh. So that is weird.
Yeah.
I never really thought that either. You would think you could have a baby anywhere.
But what was cool is our friend's Dole, who was on the podcast, he was actually 2 doors down from us.
That's so wild.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Do you know how many babies were born
that day? That day there was 9.
See,
and Lennox was the only boy.
Wow.
He was there with 8 girls.
That's wild, too. See, I would think it would have been more than 9. When you think about how many people are born every day.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question. Now, how do I want to phrase this? Now, is it like more scary now to you to realize that just anybody can have a kid? Like anyone. Like anyone's allowed.
No, not everybody can.
I don't mean like that. I just mean there's no law forbidding anyone to have a kid. And there's, like you said earlier, there's sure a lot of people out there who probably shouldn't be having kids but have, 10 or 12. Like, is that scarier now to you that, like, think about some of the people that pass through that hospital.
Yeah, but you also got, you know what, I didn't see one other baby besides our friends. That's the only baby I've seen besides my own. It sucks, actually, because just remember your dorm rooms in college. Mm-hmm. Imagine, like, staying in that and never leaving that room. It sucks. The furniture's worse than your dorm rooms. Mm-hmm. Like, I just had to sleep on this shit couch for 2 days.
You mean it just sucked being in that room for 2 days?
Yeah, straight. And you can't leave. You can't take the kid out for a stroll or.
Well, should have brought some DVDs or something.
Well, you're fascinated. You just had a fucking kid.
Yeah,
you're looking at that thing.
Yeah, that might not look too good when the nurses come in.
I don't think we turned our TV on till the morning that we left, when we were like over it.
Mm-hmm. Now we'll.
But wait, what were we saying about?
Anyone can have a kid.
Oh yeah, that's just in our human nature. A man's always trying to get laid. Mm-hmm. Most people don't pull out.
Yeah,
that's how you have a fucking kid.
Yeah. It's just weird that you tried and you deserve one, and then other people are just knocking them out like one after the next.
Yeah,
that scares me. I don't know.
Well, I just don't think people they're not careful. That's it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's other people that I don't know anybody that does this, but they just keep having kids because they get paid.
Yeah. I mean, would that really work out at the end, though? Because
I think it does.
See, that's wild to me.
But I was also told that it's only good up to 4 kids.
Yeah, well, that's a good...
3 kids. That's 3 or 4. Well, then after that, they're like, well...
Well, that's only fair, really. But do you think your wife will be a stay-at-home mom, or is she going to go back, or what do you think?
No, she's going to go back to work. She is she's got a good job. She's high up there at her place of work.
I would think some moms would be set on going back, and then just something hits them and they're like,
I think that will hit her. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna hit her, but to live the lifestyle that we do live and to give that kid everything that we want to give him, we're both gonna have to work.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for a kid to get out there and socialize with other
daycare and such.
Daycares, which we're looking for a babysitter, and that's kind of tough. Because you want someone that's gonna. I'm big on manners. I want somebody that's gonna teach them manners, be a little strict,
a little bit of strictness,
discipline. I mean, I don't want to go like Casey Anthony, but I want somebody. that's gonna guide them a little bit, you know?
Yeah, someone a little less, I don't know, a little less maybe suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Like maybe Bill Cosby.
Well, I have a boy.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he liked older white women.
Okay, just a little bit more on that stuff, but here's more of a serious sort of question. How many times a day do you think about him?
Oh, all the time.
Like
I don't think it ever leaves your. I don't think you thought of. I mean, even whenever I went back to work, I'm not gonna lie. I could not wait to go back to work.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I was off for 7, 8 days altogether. I'm not. I don't like to sit at home.
You don't.
I like to. I could go a day and not leave the house, but shit.
When you're at work, are you like?
Oh yeah, when I'm at work, I'm
seeing.
My old lady will send me pictures and keep me posted, and yeah, I enjoy that. It helps.
You get like excited to get home and go hold him and stuff.
Yeah, I go home. I got a shower as soon as I get home, and I usually hold him, wait till he wakes up, feed him, and then. I haven't changed the poopy diaper yet.
No.
Huh. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Why not?
I don't know. I'll start to cry or something. I can't do it.
Why? What do you mean, like cry out of like?
My weak stomach.
Yeah.
I got a very weak stomach.
That's true. Yeah. Huh.
And honestly, it's not like. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night and it's my turn, I'll feed him. I've just been lucky. Knock on wood, because I know it's gonna happen tonight. It's never been a shit diaper.
Wow. You take turns? Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'll stay. I try to stay up till like 10. Give him the last feeding. I give him a big one that will hold him off till 1, and then he'll wake up at 1. That's usually her turn, and then I get up at 5.
And you think at 1, does he get changed? Do you know?
It all depends. I thought they would shit all day long. They don't.
Huh.
I mean, they fart a lot and they piss a lot, but they don't shit every diaper change.
So you just haven't changed one?
Well, there was twice that I came across it, and I call for my wife. I can't do it.
But if
I know there's going to have to be a time.
Tonight at 10. If there's poop in there, you're
I'll
gonna
try.
change it?
I'll try. I will do my damnedest to try.
I guess.
To change a diaper, yeah. I can just not a shit diaper.
Been done?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I bet.
It's
terrible. Like wiping my own butt.
There's shit everywhere.
Ugh.
It's everywhere.
Crazy. That's just craziness. So you haven't had to do it, but you're willing to do it.
If it comes down to it, if she's sleeping or I'm home by myself. Yeah, I gotta do it.
You should just tell her next time she does it, just like, you are really good at that.
I do. I do say stuff like that.
That way, that's what people do to me. Like Christmas Eve, we have this little thing that my uncle brings. Salmon locks. It's like the raw salmon. It's okay. It's like, you know what locks are? Salmon. It's like raw salmon. Rolls? It's like raw salmon. Okay. And it's sort of like sushi.
They're like slivers.
Yeah, it's the slivers.
They call that a roll?
It's called a lock.
Or a lock?
Yeah, LOX, locks. Okay. And he brings this plate of that and like chopped up hard-boiled eggs and like a dill, like some dill sauce and some capers and a little crostini.
Capers. Everything that you said on that plate sounded amazing.
That's what I mean. And there's these little crostinis, those little pieces of bread, And these things are like, they're excellent. Like, they're so good, but they are a pain in the ass to make.
It's like what's on the box of the crackers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Like, I know exactly. They look beautiful.
Yeah. Like art.
But they are a pain in the ass to make because all that stuff falls off. And, like, you got little tiny spoons you're working and putting everything on, and you're, like, piling it up on this little piece of bread, and it's a pain in the ass. And it got to the point where, like, I came up with like a system. I'll use that there's like a little dill cream sauce, and you use that to like hold the capers and stuff, and like that catches everything. And I had this little method, and so I started making them, and then my sister always grabbed mine, she'll just grab one off my plate, I'll make like 3 or 4, and then everyone grabs mine, like you just make them so good, and I'm like no, you just don't.
So you don't make them and then put them on a dish. You got to sit there and it's like a buffet. You got to do all your own work.
They don't come pre-made. Yeah. And like I think that people tell me I'm good at making them just so that they don't have to make them.
I could see you getting very pissed off at anybody taking anything off your plate. Like if somebody would put their hands by your plate, I could see you like, what the fuck?
Well, I'll share any day of the week. Like mix and match.
Off your plate?
If you're giving me off your plate, sure. Yeah. No doubt about it. Oh, I'm fine with that. Like I'm very not it's weird. Like I'm germaphobe on a lot of things, but that is not one of them. I'll drink out of anyone's drink. I'll eat off anyone's plate. I'll let anyone eat off my plate. I mean, if you're referring to as far as like, just like rude, like I'm thinking that's rude. Maybe might be a little bit of that. I don't know, but no, I don't mind that too much. But getting back to it is, I think that people just say that because they don't feel like making them. It's a pain in the ass. It's sort of like me and painting. Like I hate to paint, fucking hate it. So I'll just like start and I'll do a terrible job, and then Jenny will come in and finish. And like, you did such a good job painting.
What you did? Who did this one?
It was sort of a team effort, but she does like the majority.
I'll tell you what, Kenny showed me the right way to paint. I don't mind it now. I actually enjoy
What is it? The
I
W?
used to fucking hate painting.
I hate it.
It's just the technique, how you do the trim, and like I don't use tape.
No
tape. No tape.
What?
No.
You're crazy.
Nope. No
That's
tape.
That's crazy.
No. Kenny's right too, because whenever you use that paint, it bleeds back here. Like the paint will get behind it, and it fucks everything up. No paint. Or no tape. No tape.
I don't know about that one.
No.
Well, then what about the trim?
Nope. No tape.
How do you not get paint on the trim? Or do
you
just
learn
do
how
trim
to paint.
last?
No, you do trim first.
That's
everything first.
I don't know.
Then you
this.
get the roll out. You do sections. I'm telling you. You have Kenny teach you how to paint.
We'll have him on here, but I don't know if I believe that.
All right. Well, I enjoy painting. I used to hate painting. When somebody brought up painting, I was like, nope, I got it. I got something to do. I hate it. Now I love to paint. I painted my walls. I'm gonna paint the outside this summer.
Okay. I hate it. I don't know how you went.
I'm like Huck Finn.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that painted the fence?
Is that?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know if that's who it was though. Huh. Well, I'd love to see this method because I don't. First, I hate to paint. Hate it. I'll say it for the 8th time. I hate to paint. But that's that. That's just the method that I try to use. If you don't like to do something, tell someone else they're really good at it.
Oh yeah,
it'll pump them up a little bit. Like
or you just fuck it up so bad that you don't. I used to do that with cutting grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I lived out in West Newton with my old man, I used to fuck that yard up so bad. and
he bought the automatic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one method too. Now, I would look back on that and I'd be embarrassed with myself though, if that was something I did. But
it was the same with cooking. I'm not allowed to cook. My old lady won't let me cook.
Are you a bad cook though?
A bad one? I just don't
enjoy
have any like real dishes I know how to cook.
Does it not interest you?
No.
So you don't mind the not cooking role?
No.
Oh, so you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind that. I'm not allowed to wash dishes. I'm not allowed to do laundry. Yeah, it's.
I've done.
You fuck it up one time, or if you don't do it like her mom fucking did it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kicked out of the kitchen because I didn't cook green beans the way her mom cooked green beans.
I know exactly.
So fuck it. That's it. I am done. You will never see me in here again.
You don't got to worry about the green beans no more because I ain't cooking them.
Yeah, I don't even like green beans.
I've ran into that situation also with some things. Like, I always get told that I don't know how lucky I have it because I get all my laundry done.
You're white?
Well, yeah, I'm very privileged in that aspect. But because I have my laundry done for me, I know how to do laundry. You know, I might not do it the right way. I don't know, but it gets done and it gets clean.
Let me tell you a story about laundry.
Yeah.
Whenever it was me and Jason Bill in our bachelor pad, we didn't have a washer and dryer. One of them broke. We never fixed it. I think the washer broke, so we never, we were spending our money on beer. But anyway, so we'd go to the laundromat. Or we'd just go to Gabe's and buy new underwear.
Mm-hmm.
So right beside the laundromat was a dollar store, general, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we'd go in there, buy our laundry soap and shit like that, instead of buying it at the laundromat.
Yeah, save a little bit of money.
So me, the cheap ass that I was, I'm looking at the laundry soap. He's buying this kind. I'm over here like, well, why don't you buy this kind? It's only like $3 compared to the 12 he's spending.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking at, it has that little fuzzy bear on it. I'm like, oh, I see commercials for it. This is the good kind.
I know where this is going.
I'm not kidding you. Probably 2 years. I found out. It was when Stacy started doing my laundry. I found out because I was like, I never understood. My clothes would never smell clean.
Uh-huh.
They would never smell like if I had people do my laundry. My clothes would always smell like, holy shit, this smells so good. But
they're so good at laundry.
When I did it, I was like, I would pour half the fucking jug in there. I was thinking I was using not enough soap, so I was putting more in. Here, I would spend at least 2 years just using fabric soap.
I knew it. I didn't know what you were going to say. I actually think I remember you told me that. And it's funny because your clothes were always very soft.
Dude, there was my towels, taking a shower. I'd get out. You couldn't even dry yourself. It would just smear
like a seal.
Water up, dude. Everything was so fucking soft, but it didn't smell good.
I remember your clothes were always very soft. It's weird because you would think that stuff would sort of do a little bit of both, but no.
Nada.
Saved some money though over the years, I guess.
I guess.
When you guys lived out there, did your dad never come out?
He would stop in. Well, that's the thing. He was trying to sell the house. So every once in a while, he would give us a heads up, like, hey, I'm coming out. I got to show the house. And let's just say me and Jason Bill were green thumbs at that time.
Yes.
We would grow weed and stuff like that. At one point, the whole upstairs was a whole nother apartment. It wasn't finished or anything. Nobody ever went up there, but it had lots of light. So we had
natural light.
Yes, natural light. We had, I think, 19 plants up there at one time. They weren't big plants. They weren't budding or anything, but we started them. So he calls us. He's like, hey, I'm coming to the house. We're going to be showing the house. So me and Jason Bill were like, fuck, what are you doing with all these plants? So we ended up taking them. We had to run them over to the barn one by one, which the house is 3 stories high. So you had to walk the whole way up the attic.
Like buckets?
Yeah, they're on like the big
5-gallon buckets.
Big pots.
Oh my goodness. Why would you plant that many?
Why not?
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. We were fucking young and dumb, dude.
So you got them out though?
Yeah, we got them out and they all died because it was hot. We stuck
them
in the barn and it was just way too hot. We forgot about them. We didn't really want to carry them all the way back up there. And it was across the street, you know what I mean?
They smell?
Oh, you could smell it.
How did you get them across the street? You couldn't tell.
Just carried them. What are you gonna do?
Plants?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they weren't huge plants. They were maybe the size of this microphone. We'd go up there and play music for them, water them. It was nice. It was me and Jason Bill were like a married couple. Dude.
Yeah. Gary never.
Your dad, that's what I was saying.
Your
Yeah,
dad never
but we did save one of them plants, and we kept it outside. And here he was doing some like gardening, weeding, I guess. And that plant was right where he was about to be, and Jason Bill's girlfriend like got his attention so we could get it the fuck out of there before he seen it. He kept finding it. Everybody kept finding it. The neighbors had a fence. They decided to tear their fence down. And the plant was sitting right beside their fence. Everybody knew. Nobody cared.
Well, it never got to maturity, did it?
Yeah, we had some that did.
Oh,
yeah.
You pull like the buds off?
Yeah, we dry them out and everything.
Oh, was it good?
No, not really.
At all? Did it do the effect?
Yeah. I mean, it was just like shit weed, though.
Well, that's just like...
It wasn't like nuggets.
Yeah.
It was just like the shit we grew up smoking.
Well, what... That makes me wonder, like, why... And everybody doesn't just grow their own, you know?
Because it's not legal. Dude,
I know that.
Weed is so looked down upon. It is ridiculous.
I'm just saying about... But people who do smoke it, Well, why not just grow your own?
Because you can also, if you do get caught,
it's a lot more trouble than if you.
I think every plant is like, I don't know.
I know that per plant there's a penalty, but I mean, just
I know some states they do weight of the dirt and everything, the way the entire pot, everything.
But you should really never get caught with that if you're an adult who doesn't, you know.
But you got to think, like, when we were growing up, it was like, if you smoked weed, you were looked down upon by society.
That's
and you
true.
still are. You still are.
It's come a long way.
Yeah. I don't smoke weed. I'm so pro weed. I think it is the dumbest thing that's not legal.
It's mind blowing. It's absurd, and it's very confusing. You know,
I don't get it.
It just makes you think about how much corruption there is, because that's the only reason it's not. I think. I mean, I know I sound like some hippie far out dude, but
my dad.
It's gotta be a lawmaker thing.
Yeah.
It has to be a.
Well, I guess they're voting for it in Pennsylvania right now.
They're constantly voting for it.
My dad I always laughed at my dad because he would say, "Well, with what I know about weed, all weed does is turn you into a fucking liar." And I'm like, "Yeah, all you're gonna do is lie about not smoking it." You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Doesn't make you lie about like your weight. I don't know. I just feel like if I was an adult and I smoked, I'd probably have a couple plants at all times just to, cut down on the hassle of going and buying it.
You could grow some good weed. Yeah.
What's what I mean? Like, I love growing my food. That's what's even weirder. Like, what's the difference? I grow my food.
You think they're going to crack down on that?
Growing your own food? I think that would be a real...
You got to think, that's becoming a big trend. You know what I mean? Everybody wants
they're
organic.
They're going to try to regulate it, probably, but that would be really...
Because that's going to fuck the economy.
Yeah.
Maybe not here. I mean, we probably export a lot of goods.
I mean, you'll never do that. That would be... What do they call that? Like...
Un-American?
No. Orwellian. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that word is.
I think it's sort of one of those things where that'd be way too much government interference, and that's when people would start uprising. I think you said you can't have your own food.
I honestly think this next election, I just started like kind of paying attention to it. Dude, we're fucked.
It's the craziest thing that's ever happened in the world.
I honestly feel like now I feel like I'm talking like an old man. Like people were probably saying this with Bush, Clinton.
I think it's
Obama. I honestly feel whoever gets elected this next time, there's going to be a huge change, and I'm guessing for the worst, but in the end, it's probably going to be for the best. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to fucking think.
It's like two extremes. Like it's sort of like for the best because the fact that Donald Trump is in the lead pretty much overall. That's just so it's almost like not real. Like
it's a fucking joke.
It's sort of good because that's showing these crazy asshole politicians that, hey, you all suck. We're voting for this dude who's a businessman who doesn't know shit about politics. Like that's a good thing, but it could also be such a disaster. Like it's like
I'm so anti-government. I want everybody. I don't think there should be career politicians. I think the whole thing needs, but it's gonna be a cycle. No matter what, whoever you put in there, that kind of power fucks with you. I mean, that's the only thing. Until you're in that situation, it's gonna turn anybody into an evil person.
Mm-hmm. I just think this whole situation is it's so crazy.
I try not to pay attention, but you can't.
Oh,
it's in your face. It's in your face everywhere you turn.
Well, it's never been so entertaining. It's usually just the same old
Is that what
shit.
you want, though? Entertaining? Is that what you want to run your government?
I'm not saying that's what I want, but I'm not going to not be entertained. It's like if
Are you not entertained?
I am entertained. I am very entertained. Which, no, that's not right. You shouldn't be entertained by your country's future. But I don't know. I've never been so involved as far as watching debates and keeping up with the news with any other election. I mean, I did get into politics sort of like when I was in college.
Yeah, you did.
And I was
liberal.
But and like I sort of enjoyed it because I was sort of felt a little educated and like I was learning some things, but it's all bogus.
It is. It's all fucking lies.
It really is. It's bad. But that's why this whole situation.
I don't understand. Like, from what I don't know, like Hillary Clinton, what she really stands for or anything. But how's she not in jail?
I don't.
With that whole like email shit.
Well, I still don't even know what's in them. So how can
nobody does?
So maybe nothing. So how can you say she should be in jail? That's what I don't think I like.
It's had all kinds of like government.
How do you know? No one knows what's in them. It could have been.
Then why'd she delete everything?
I don't know. Maybe she's cleaned out her inbox.
I don't understand who was it? Nixon?
Watergate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was basically the same fucking thing.
No, because he was on tape and people heard the tapes.
So if he would have got rid of that tape, he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what the fuck?
And he could have said... That's
another thing.
He could have said, you don't know it's on these tapes. There was nothing.
How can they not figure out what's on these fucking emails? It's like the whole Apple thing with that terrorist.
Oh, that's...
How do you... That's fucking horseshit that they can't get into
they
that.
Know. They know it's on
They
them.
can fucking get in
They just want, for future reference, to be allowed to have a way to look at everyone's phones. I know that sounds crazy too and far out, but no, they can get that information.
Easily.
But they just want to have it on the books that they're allowed to get anyone's information at any time. And so at first I was like, yeah, get that shit. Get that terrorist information. I was big time on the government side. And now I'm on Apple's side, and I love that they're saying, no, screw you. If we give that information up, then we have to give up,
to any criminal, which,
to any Joe, to me and you,
What are you going to look at my fucking Google history? I don't give a fuck.
I don't care at this point, because I know that I'm probably better off than a lot of people anyway. Some of the things people are looking up. I think I'm on the tame side, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm on the most fucked up side. I'll look at shit because, I'll send weird pictures to people. I don't give a fuck.
I know. Whatever.
Like looking up bukkake. Look that up.
I was thinking more along the lines of that creepy Easter bunny lady that you would send me. Yeah, that I don't need in my life. I can't unsee that. No way.
Well, speaking of entertaining, this weekend, St. Patrick's Day. Mm-hmm. Are you done with the baby talk?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got all I wanted out.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up. How do you feel about St. Patrick's Day?
The older I get, the less I care.
You haven't really cared in a while, though.
No, yeah, I checked out a while ago. I mean, it always held a spot in my life for sure. Like, it was a great tradition.
Very good memories.
Yeah, but it's almost like it sort of couldn't be topped. It got to a point where I couldn't top it, so I sort of gave up on it.
You were chasing the dragon.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there were so many wild times, starting with the first time we actually celebrated.
The first time was probably epic.
It couldn't be topped. Chasing the dragon. I mean, we got close a couple times, at least I think.
What happened that first time? You want to tell a story?
The thing is, they started to blend together. But for me, the first time, to my knowledge, was, I guess it's always on a Saturday we celebrate. Right. And I believe that on Friday night, we started at Biddle maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I remember.
Went down to the location we were going to depart from the next morning on Friday night.
Right.
And
we closed the bar out.
Yeah. Pretty much on the way down to the bar from the Friday night, we were drinking and everything. Like the party.
We started the road show before we went.
The road show started in Biddle.
Right.
And didn't stop until
closing time.
Closing time at that bar. And that was pretty much, that was probably amongst some of my first Pittsburgh bar experiences also. Like, even though we weren't really in Pittsburgh for the night before, what were we in, like Oakland?
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was a great time. I don't remember exactly what happened at that bar, but I know it was fun and
yeah, we had a good time. I don't
know if anything specifically happened at that bar. Now, was this the same year where it was like icy and snowing on the way home? When I did the pirouettes? in front of the goth kids?
No.
Was that the next year?
I don't know, because our buddy Dole was with us. I forgot about that story till he brought it up a while ago. And I cannot forget about it.
The funny thing is, I had forgotten about it, and he had brought that up. I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that is right." Ooh.
When John gets drunk, which I love you when you're in tune. You don't do it too much anymore.
No,
when you're
it's hard
in
to
tune,
get there. It's hard to get to that.
You are the funniest, most carefree person in the world. I love that John.
It's hard to get there.
But John likes to do pirouettes. What he calls pirouettes.
Triple axles.
Triple axles.
Triple axles, actually.
Where he jumps up and spins in the air.
Yeah.
Which he thinks he's doing like 3. But he's only doing like a half. He's really just jumping.
The Christy Yamaguchis. Yeah. Figure skater. No, I think I'm getting at least 2 in. But
so he's walking down the street. It's icy out. And there's 2 goth kids walking the opposite way we're going. So John does this little skate, jumps up his triple axle, lands right in front of these people's face, looks them dead in the eye and goes, "Ooh, scary."
See, that's the thing is when I get to that point, like, I lose all my inhibition.
And it's great.
Yeah.
I wish you lived your life like that.
It's hard to get to that point anymore. I don't know. Like, I can get drunk anymore, but I don't get in that jolly mood so much anymore. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because the atmosphere. Like, it's not like we're around.
I think you have too much on your plate. You think too much.
There's that.
Too much responsibility.
It's that, but it's also the atmosphere. It's not like we're out at places where there's all kinds of strangers and there's a lot of opportunities to, do funny shit and talk to people who you would never talk to otherwise. Right. I mean, that was one of the best things, most fun things we ever did was talk to people we didn't know. And then, was that also the year where you pissed into the bar in Station Square?
No, that wasn't the same year.
That was another greatest hits where we go to that Bar Louie, I think, maybe, I don't know, one of those Station Square bars, and the part of the bar that lifts up, where the bartender goes, they walk through it, so they push it up and pull it up, and the place is packed. It's like 2 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day,
which is like 3 a.m. regular time.
Yeah, and usually you pee on the bar, which is to visualize. You've got your shoulders on the bar, and you're peeing onto the hard surface of the bar where your legs would usually hit against. You usually pee onto that part,
right.
Which isn't that hard. No pressure there,
No.
I've even been able to pull that off. You've taught me how to do that. But with that lift up part of the bar, there's nothing there. And you peed right in through that. And it just so happens the bartenders are walking back and forth. And the fact that they didn't, it was such suspense to see this stream of piss going in there, and they're coming down towards it, and they stop just short of it and grab a bottle, and they turn around. It's like, oh no, he's still going, and then the next bartender comes, and they're walking right towards this stream, and they stop just right in front of it and grab a bottle and turn around, and you pulled that one off, right?
Yeah, at that point I just didn't give a fuck. I was probably like hoping that I got kicked out.
That was one of the wildest things I've seen, I think. And that was not first year, you said?
No, because Orf was with us.
And was that the year the fight? The year of the fight?
No, that was a different year too. Because Orf was... I think the fight was
that definitely
the second time.
Okay, well, that wasn't the first time. I know
that was the second time.
First time, everything went smooth. Second time,
yes.
Shit got a little hairy.
Yeah, what happened was... I'm a dancer. I like to dance. When I start... It might only take me 3 beers and then I'm ready to dance. Our friend Payne is also a dancer. I know he likes to get up there. And so we got there, the band's playing,
they're
big
rocking
stage, and nobody's dancing. So I got in the mindset of like, Payne, come on, let's do this.
Let's get this place
Me
jumping.
and you, we'll go up there. We've done it before. We've done it many times where we'll go to the front, stand right there, and then you turn around, and there's 300 people dancing with you.
You're a band's best friend.
Yeah.
You've been known to get a whole place jumping just by deciding I'm getting this place
Yeah.
jumping.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. I want everybody to be on the same page as me. So me and Payne go up there. We start dancing. Slowly, it's like a ripple effect. It starts spreading. And I'm dancing. And I don't know why I did this. I still, like, I'm such an asshole. There's a guy, I can't say guy, he's a kid, douche, our age. He has suspenders on with shot glasses lined up. There's 3 on each side. You know, I might have cheers to him. But one of his shot glasses pops out and lands right at my feet. And right as he goes down to pick it up, I pick up my foot and smash it.
See, that's so vivid to me. Like, I know that. I have that scene embedded in my head of that kid reaching down and your foot just going smashing it. And it was like slow motion.
He looked up at me. Like, he didn't even stand up. He looked up at me and was like, slowly stood up and was like, dude, you didn't have to do that. And I just looked at him like I shrugged my shoulders like, well, I fucking did it. So move along. Next thing I know, his buddy who was with him, he reached down to pick up the shot glass and he chucked it and it cut my eyeball. My eye was cut from like the bottom, the white part, up to the top of the colored part with the shot glass. And I went down, I grabbed my eye, make sure it was still there. Have you ever been in a fight?
I just wrote down, not really. I mean, little stupid shit in high school, but nothing, nah.
I'm not a fighter. I don't fight. I've always tried to avoid fights, but when I get pushed to my limit, or if somebody fucks with somebody that I care about, I'm game. This pushed me to the limit. Like, I actually heard like a freight train in my head whenever I like grabbed my eye. And I might have got that wrong. Because the kid that threw it ran as soon as he threw the shot glass. And I swung as hard as I fucking could and hit his buddy who was just standing there. I don't think he was the dude with the suspenders. I don't know. It happened pretty quick. And I KO'd him.
Yeah.
Right like that. Like he just melted like butter. That does make you feel cool whenever you can do that. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it was a shit move. All because of me being a dick.
Well, you say you're not a fighter, but how many times do you think you punched someone?
In the face or just punched somebody?
Yeah, in the face.
In the face?
Like cocked them.
Probably 4 times.
Does that count that time at Biddlefest?
Yeah, that was another KO.
That was a KO. I was just talking with Dave about that last week, and he's like, I'll never forget when Andrew hit that kid at Biddlefest. That kid dropped so fast.
Well,
that was a good hit.
Yeah, they also said if I would have missed, I would have been on the ground. If I would have missed, they said I swung back so far like my knuckle was on the ground and I came up. But yeah. So anyway, whoever them kids were, they got the cops and pretty much everybody we were with got in trouble, didn't they? At least 3 or 4.
I mean, I saw the whole thing. I remember, like I said, I saw you step on that shot glass. I'll never forget just the look on that kid's face of just almost like a kid who broke his toy, but also he was like, what an asshole at the same time. You know, it's just he was like, this is a festive event. Everyone's having a good time.
If you would have gave me 1 minute to actually think about what I did,
you'd never done that.
I would have like bought him a drink, or you know, like I would have even went and bought shots. Like I would have went and bought rounds for everybody. Like just whenever I go to St. Patrick's Day, I'm carrying like $400 because I know I'm going to spend it most of that.
It escalated very quickly,
but he didn't give me that shot. He didn't give me that chance to like apologize or nothing.
Now, did you get cuffed?
No,
but Jay did.
I remember them. I remember looking over. There's like 5 people staring at me, pointing at me with the cop. and I blew him a kiss or something like that. I either blew him a kiss or I flicked him off, and I just kind of ducked and blended in. I was gone. I ran to the back of the fucking...
And I think Jay and his brother both got arrested. That was...
Yeah, they weren't even involved.
No, that was shitty that happened like that.
And it's just weird that, you know, that we were with them. That could have been anybody. They could have done... Just because they were standing there, I think them cops were just grabbing anybody.
They were coming back to get you, definitely. And I was beside you. And I remember, like... It was sort of like in The Fugitive, that movie, where it was St. Patrick's Day, where he just starts taking clothes off. Because I started taking clothes off and changing stuff. Like,
was I doing that?
I don't know, but I know I had a hoodie. I had a hoodie on and a tussle cap, and I took them both off. And I was like,
that was a smart move.
Well, they were coming. Like, that's why I don't realize. I remember that whole situation, but I wasn't like involved. Like, I was just very...
How are you gonna... What would change in your clothes? Everybody's in fucking green. Everybody's wearing the same exact thing.
Say it was the kid in the green hat.
Okay.
Hey, sir, I don't have a green hat. Sorry. But that was another time. That wasn't my last time, though. I know that.
But before we move on, do you remember... I remember you were the one... Everybody kept telling me to go to the hospital because my eye was fucked. Mm-hmm. My eye was fucked. And you were like, the hospital's right down the street. I'm like, okay, fine. This was after like 5 other bars that we've been to. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's go. We walked like 3 blocks. I'm like, dude, where the fuck is this hospital? You're like, oh, it's like 6 more blocks. I was like, fuck that, dude. Let's just go back to the bar.
I remember you saying screw it, and we turned right back around and just continued the night. Now, was your eye cut?
Yeah, I had to go to the hospital.
You did?
What's fucked, I had a long night that night. I know I got separated from you. I ended up getting in a taxi with some girls, and I ended up in, where's the waterfront? Homestead? Mm-hmm. I ended up at a bar in Homestead, and Craig had to pick me up, which was nice of him. He left his party to come pick me up, and then we went to the Boot Scoot. The Boot Scoot gave me eye drops. Oh, I used eye drops there. I remember I got home. Jason Bill was home. I'll go, dude, my eye's fucked. If it's not better in the morning, you're probably going to have to take me to the emergency room. So I woke up. I was like, dude, we need to fucking go.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was cut from the white part all the way to the top of the...
What did they do?
Color. Nothing. They give you eye drops.
Huh. See, I'm always of the belief that, it's fine. You know?
Yeah, this wasn't fun.
No.
I couldn't even open my eye in the morning.
I do remember walking down that street, though. That's another vivid thing I remember, is walking down that street. And I think we looked up and you could actually see it. But, you know, tall stuff. You can see tall stuff in the distance. And you're like, fuck that. We went right back. But there's plenty of St. Patty's Day stories, but...
Did you ever piss your pants at St. Patrick's Day?
I've never pissed my pants ever, for one thing. I pissed on my pants, which everyone knows. That's the truth. I don't know why it's thought of otherwise. You even admitted to me one time that, yes, it can happen. You can pee on your pants.
I did the same thing at my grandma's Christmas Eve party.
Yeah. It was packed to Market Square. And so people were using porta potties 2 at a time, you know? Like how they have the urinal on the wall and the shitter on the step, you know? Mm-hmm. So 2 at a time. So I was up against the urinal on the wall, and there's people coming in and coming out, and I was getting pushed around by the door and stuff, and, you know, I peed onto my pants. I think peeing onto the outside of your pants isn't peeing your pants.
Yeah, but there was a lot of piss.
There was.
There was a lot of fucking
And you know
piss,
what?
Dude.
I didn't even realize how much there was till you sent me the picture that one day. Like, a long time after the fact, too. And it was a long...
I will never get rid of that picture.
Here's another thing is... That has to be 3 or 4 phones old, that picture.
Oh, yeah, that was... I still had a flip phone.
But somehow, that picture just doesn't go away.
I have it saved.
It is a lot.
It's in the archive.
I was
shocked. You better hope that they never come check my emails.
Yeah, really. I'm much more on Apple's side now. But I was shocked at the amount of urine that was on my pants.
See, from what I remember is... Because the lines were so long.
Now, this might be true.
This is what I remember. Because... that day you admitted to me what happened, and you might have changed your mind, or you might have just been trying to be funny. Because this is the funniest story I ever heard. you were in line. You were next in line. And you said it just came. You just started pissing. And there's no stopping it. So you just went. But you were too embarrassed. So just anyway. Walk out of line. Because people would be like, well, you just spent 30 minutes waiting in line. Why would you just walk out when you're next? So you went in there, acted like you pissed, and then walked back out.
I mean, that might be true. It could be. It very well could be true. But I don't think that's what happened. But I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Who knows? Nobody will know.
I wish I knew what happened that day.
I don't think I remember many St. Patrick's Days.
No. But, after that, obviously I redeemed myself, though, by rubbing my hand on my pants.
Oh, you started dancing with them, bumping and grinding with these two girls that were in love with you, and they had no idea that you had piss all over you.
No, which was very hard to hide.
And me and Dole, I don't think I ever laughed that hard in my life. You're grinding on them and looking at me and Dole like you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
We knew what you were doing. And then you'd like wipe your hands on your pee pants and then like stick your fingers in their mouth and stuff like that. Oh my God.
I had them.
You were rubbing their cheeks.
I had them so full. Yes, I did. But at the same, I was killing two birds with one stone because while I'm grinding up on them,
You're
like
drying
I'm drying myself off. And then when I was, putting my hand on and rubbing my pants, because, create a little warmth, create a little friction. So I'm doing that. And then they're drying my hand off with their faces, So that was fun. Like, that was a great day. Like, that's one of those days
that especially them first couple were just amazing. I wish, and you can't do that anymore. Like, we used to we'd go from town to town in the city, drinking, double fisting beers, walking down the streets. Mm-hmm. You can't do that nowadays.
No, I don't even think you're really allowed to, tell you the truth. I mean, I think they have all kinds of laws in place. But
well, I'm pretty sure there was laws then too. We just didn't care.
That's the thing about those times is they're so hard to, like, you can't set out to recreate that. It just happens, Like, but around
like
that time,
Clayton and Torrance's bachelor party.
You can't plan that stuff.
No, you could not plan that.
Which sucks now because now it happens so much more infrequently. But when it happens, it is so fun and.
When does it happen? When was the last time you had that much fun? When was the last time that you had a fucking blast like that?
Clayton and Torrance's bachelor party.
You know how long ago that was?
2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. I'm sure I've had another fun time like that. But I don't know, just wildness, as far as just crazy shit happening. Like, I've had a lot of fun. Like, that time we went out with Grandma Ada, that was tons of fun. But that wasn't
really planned either. I mean, it was kind of planned, but we weren't expecting to have that much fun. To go out bar touring with your grandma.
But that wasn't the same kind of fun. I mean, that was a ton of fun, but it wasn't wild.
Yeah, it wasn't wild. It could have. There's a lot.
But that whole time frame, like when those St. Patty's days were a lot of fun. That was probably, as far as time frame, like the most wild fun time I've had in my life.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like every other weekend was like that.
The rock star years.
Yeah, every other weekend was like that, I remember. I was thinking about that. Actually, this week I was thinking about how I was like, I used to get sick so much more from drinking. Like now I'll still get like a hangover now and then, but
you had the nickname Sick Boy.
I was puking like every Friday and Saturday, Sunday morning. Like, crazy. Like, that's not right.
Swearing you'll never drink again till you start drinking again.
And it was just funny how it could get crazy just going to the Biddle Club on a Friday night. You don't know what was going to happen. You had no idea what was going to happen. Some parts of it I miss.
I miss it. I get the itch a lot. Mm-hmm.
I definitely miss parts of it. Like,
that's what I love about camping. When we go camping, you don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. You just leave everything at home.
Not a care in the world.
The most fun recently I've had was probably Nate's bachelor party.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
But that was also a while ago, too.
Yeah, and that wasn't so much, I don't think, wild either. Like, I mean, it was wild in my head, but it's not like we were doing wild things. Like, we weren't getting into fights or anything like that.
We don't go out and get into fights.
No.
I'm a pretty peaceful person. I like meeting new people. I'll go out and talk to strangers all day long. Yeah. I have fun doing that.
But as far as, going to a bar, do a snake bite, do a drink, then have a wild trip as you walk to the next one, doing a snake bite, doing a drink.
Wasn't that me and you?
I mean, that's happened a lot of times.
Carson Street? Oh, you mean just bar touring? I thought you meant... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The snake hunt.
Snake hunt, yes. Yeah. Snake hunt.
Ugh. You have a snake bite at every bar. A snake bite and a beer, and then move on to the next bar.
That's usually the recipe for the crazy night.
Yes. Yeah.
But we started talking about fatherhood. We ended up talking about wildness for St. Paddy's Day. Is there anything you'd like to add to close, Andrew?
Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. Obviously, you're listening to this. And if you like us, tell a friend. Let them listen to it.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
If you want to be a guest, leave us a comment.
Yeah, if you want to leave us a comment, or if you have any dilemmas in your life, I know, you wanted to...
Questions.
We'd like to answer some dilemmas if you got a problem. If you want some advice, or if you want to give us advice on what would make this show better.
And give us topics to talk. We'll talk about anything. You just give us the topic.
Yeah, if you want to be a guest, get at us. And Kenny also makes t-shirts. I know he puts it up there on Facebook every once in a while. Some Blue Root t-shirts. They're really awesome. He designed the logo himself. It's a really cool logo.
And we've got some guests in line to come back, to come on and to come back. We want some repeats here too. But we also have people we haven't gotten to yet. But they're coming up here in the future. We just got a little tight on time here the last few weeks.
Yes,
but we're back.
That's our fault. Our fault.
Andrew had to go and, inseminate his wife. Yeah. So we couldn't bring it to you the last couple of weeks. But we're going to get back at it here and get some good guests going.
Feels good to be back.
It does. Had a lot to say. Had some good stories. And tell us if you like the story aspect. We busted into some old school stories. Sometimes it's sort of a inside joke. So if that was boring, let us know. But if you enjoyed it, believe me, there's plenty of those. So, thanks for coming back, even though we went on a little sabbatical.
Love you too. Bye.
Humana lumana, yamana bumana, humana humana ho. Skitty dot dot, a boodle bottle bop bop. Bang diddly boom.